Now, that said, these machines are going to be getting purely unfiltered water at this point. So they'll probably start to take damage well, both of them will be taking damage at the same speed as the first filter, which was faster than, for example, the fifth filter, because by then there was increasingly less unfiltered water in the pipe. But very useful to know, especially when repair, like automatic repair, is so expensive. The drills take damage 2 times as fast as the harvesters. Ah, thank you very much. So every 2 repairs of the drill will be 1 repair of a house. That does stand to reason if it takes twice as much damage. Actually, we're not taking the iron. Though, I would like to see how much iron we've managed to accumulate. We have managed to accumulate 78. So we are approaching, slowly, the 1/3 of the way mark. Do we have any gems worth... Well, I mean, even if we don't have any big gems, it's still going to be worth making a necklace. Let's grab you. We'll also check on the fish as well. Again, one day the value of jewelry will increase on the stock market, maybe. Problem is, we're constantly selling to the shops, which I imagine is damaging the value of the stocks. Okay. Alright, with all of that done, we should now have enough money to buy the spanner thrower. So let's go and have a look at that. And now that someone in chat has managed to confirm categorically that there isn't some sort of tick wizardry going on, which means that when the scanner reads 0, there's a potential for the detector reads 0, that the spanner launcher will dump an entire inventory's worth of spanners into it because I didn't delay the signal. We can go without the timer delay as well. Hey Red Death, how you doing, mate? Timer delay can cause that, actually. Oh, really? Yeah, you know what? That's true, because when the timer delay was there, the signal... That's a very good point, actually, yeah, because when we saw the signal update, in the time that it would take for the next update to come through, it just sat at that reading. So yeah, that's a very, very good point. We need to go and check the jewelry. Can we see the red arrow from here? I think we can. Oh, I can see the button from here. I think I can now see the red arrow, though. Yes, it is very much a red arrow. How much of a red arrow is it, though? Let's have a look. $89.6. I love that West, for as knowledgeable as they are, is literally giving me advice that I've just, like, a few seconds earlier, announced that I was doing. You need to chill with the back seating, dude, because you see, your brain seems to have a lag. Let's try and get you to both join. Tonk. Seems you might need a 10-second delay timer. Though it might be that you're just so excited that you're typing one-sentence messages at breakneck speeds. Your fingers moving too fast for your brain to catch up and update the signal. Don't worry, it happens to me too. More often than not, actually. Brain lag, the killer of 90% of humans. Yes. Grab you. Right, we may even be able to get on our way to get the second one as well. Now that we know that we need a significantly less detailed setup. Just need another one of you. And... yeah, we're still only going to need 3 of these each. Oh, sorry, wrong thing. Pop that in there. And this one. Go. Obviously, if the threshold for braking is sitting at 0 for 17 seconds, would a 10-second delay not matter? Oh, it's more that how long that a signal is being sent to the spanner thrower, rather than how long it takes for the device to go down to -1. Effectively, we're using a flip hook, so because the reader is going to read whatever the durability is, but the spanner thrower will throw a spanner on any value greater than 0. So effectively, we want to turn that into a 0. So any positive number needs to become 0 until it's not. So, you know, once the device is 0 or -1, it changes that signal into a 1. So it's literally just true or falsing it. And then the spanner thrower will throw a spanner on a result of true. What you don't want is to only update that number every 10 seconds, which is what we were doing before. Some games, like the detector would have to be sending a constant detection signal, and then the moment there is a delay, then the signal basically stops. But in this game, it's a case of the wire is constantly it's basically the entire wire is a memory. It's like a memory bit. It remembers whatever signal was last sent on it until an updated signal is sent. That's not how a wire would act in real life. And it's not how a logic system would work in something like Factorio, for example, which was the most logical comparison to make for a logic system. Or at least the one that I've got the most experience with combinators, etc. So the issue is that the signal persists once the detector has stopped sending any information. And because of that, there's the risk that if you've sent like a true signal to the spanner thrower, then until the next tick, in this case 10 seconds, happens, every second this is going to be checking, oh yeah, the value is still true, throw another spanner. Yep, the value is still true, throw another spanner. So on and so forth, and so on and so forth. So we want to make sure that the signal is being updated as frequently, at least, as the spanner thrower is going to check and try to deploy a spanner. Yeah, there's no elegant way that I would be able to daisy chain a bunch of signals from 5 different ones and deploy spanners accordingly, sadly. Alright, so we've got everything there. 1, 2, 3. We're going to need 2 straights as well. Well, that is a lot cheaper than I was imagining it would be. Effectively now, we only need another 1,200. And then we've got a fully automated drill and harvester setup, including the repairs. Ooh, wait a second. Honestly, I do wonder about myself sometimes. The amount of times that I've just left the money in the bin. Yeah, Darkest Order. Cash! Cash, Aavak! Don't forget the cash! The change! A hell of a tip for that shop. The devs fixed being able to use the truck to steal. Apparently, they had to fix it twice. Which is glorious. Yeah. Oh no, Road Train, I was talking about the filters. If there was a way that I'd be able to set up the filters to do that. Given that we know that the harvester degrades half as fast as the drill, we could set up an automated system that would run off a single network, but I don't think it would really be valuable to spend our time on that. I don't think we'd really get anything back out of that. Just leaving a tab running for the next time you visit. Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I should start leaving tips for the good folk who manage to restock these shops every time I drop by and empty them out. If I could... Ooh. I think you can split... I think you need a pickaxe to split a money pile. Or something like that. 31. Yeah, 65. Okay, let's set this up then. So, we are going to want... Where do I want to set it? Let's put it at the back. Okay. Mind you, we could have it at the top as well, but I don't think we will. Where are you? Yeah. That being said, if I wanted to have drills right next to each other, going through the top would be the better way of doing it. Can it be positioned? It can't be positioned at the top now. Okay, fair enough. The other way, I suppose, and it would actually reduce the amount of wires needed, is to have them side by side, going along the ground. Thinking about that. Could I rotate this around? But then I wouldn't easily be able to see what the reader was. So I think I'll just go with the... No, that is actually quite awkward. Yeah. I wonder how far... Right, this is where the reader that we've got will help. If I move this to pointing down from above, how far up do I need to build it? If I do that, it's going to actually take so... Well, I'd need more wires to do it that way. No, that's kind of a pain in the bum, but oh well. Yeah, the thrower on side and sensor on top will make it more expensive, yeah. That's what I just realized. Road train. Damn, chat lag must be awful tonight. I think I will have it on the side. And if I do that, then I should be able to have the reader up top. There we go. It does mean I'm going to have more room between each one, but... Oh. Wait. I need to have a gap. Because if I don't allow for a gap, then I can't place the flip hook. And that does appear to be a... Yeah, it does appear that it needs to be on a straight section. Oh well, we tried to find a nice, elegant way to do this, but it looks like we're just going to have it take up a little bit more room no matter what we do. That's fine. It was important to try. Actually, what I'll do for this one is I am going to pop the reader on this first, just so I can see what value is being passed. Just for a little bit of bug checking. Never a bad idea. Even if you're certain of the outcome. Yeah, because there's no signal going through, it's not even displaying any reading right now. Yep. Perfect. So it will need these two. Now, how do I load this? Huh? Oh, what? Oh, did I just need to walk up to it with the spanner in there? Okay, fair enough. 2. It looks like there is like an aperture on top of it. And I just needed to walk next to it. Oh, there we go. Yep, it just used up 1. Perfect. Auto repaired. Nice. I'm going to leave you there until I can actually hook you up to something. Otherwise, you will drive me slowly mad. But I can, at the very least, prep. Given that, then I don't need that on anything anymore. I will get better at knowing which axis to rotate on. The amount of times I've gotten that wrong so far. Yep. Alright. That is marvellous. Does take up an awful lot of room though, doesn't it? It's a shame that that can't be fit into a smaller space. The spaghetti's already starting to eat your soul. Hey, excuse you? I know. The spaghetti from the automation is kind of painful. But, yeah. This was a relatively nice build until having to put those in there. But it will really help. I guess that would be one advantage to using the filters. Once we've got enough of these to justify it, is you'd just have 5 rings along these pipes, and it would kind of look nice. Not merely not look bad, but it would probably actively look nice. We'll check on how much iron we've got. 139.55. Getting there, chat. We're halfway to the next drill. By the time we have that... 1090 by itself, wow. I would very much like to have migrated the rest of our setup, so the actual smelting setup, over here as well. Very much I would like that. Now, quick question actually. The West dude. How far out do the sensors look? Like, how many tiles in terms of the grid space can you build this away from something and it still read it? Only one block, okay. Okay, well, my next question is, does this tile here, which is unbuildable, still count as the machine? So if I built the sensor up there, would it still see it? No idea. Fair enough. Well, we can always find out, I suppose, but it wouldn't help with this because I would imagine that would be in the way of the grinder, which would look odd. I suppose you could build it underneath. No, you wouldn't, because then you'd also have to remove the actual foundation. Ah, well. How long has Aavak been streaming? I just got home from work. I've been streaming for exactly 6 hours and 26 minutes. Let me check. Right. Oh, I need to go and grab a gem. That's right. Go with the emeralds. Yeah, the drill needs dirt under it. Exactly. That's why it wouldn't work. I'd have to remove the foundation, effectively. Because I can build things hovering in the air easily enough. But, yeah, the drill would struggle. 1,392. This by itself will buy the only other component I need to make this a completely self-sufficient system. Well, I say completely self-sufficient. That's a lie. I would still need to feed spanners into it. But otherwise, the setup would be able to run for as long as there were spanners available to it. And since it's not... Well... Ooh, actually... I would need to set up a logic system for the gem compressor. I would need to do that. Because otherwise gems would just accumulate in incredibly vast quantities in the gem compressor and just break eventually. The lag would just devour the soul of my computer. However... if I were able to set up a logic system, I could use a counter for that. Let's pause right there for the moment. Then I could make it trigger a few seconds after. Well, maybe not. I could either put it on a timer, so every 10 seconds it compresses, or make it trigger X many seconds after a gem has passed by the counter and fallen into it. Yeah. Basically, I have to feed the system spanners, but that is the only input I would need to make. I'm not aware of any method by which you can invoke more spanners or kind of automatically. Let's see if the stock market is recovering. 90.9. It is slowly getting better. But I'm thinking a timer would probably be the best one. I set up an automatic compressor at 100 gems. It will still clog up sometimes, especially if you get too far away, because the farther away you are, the looser the physics gets from my observation. That would make sense, actually. That would make sense. Obviously, in a game like this, it's not modeling the physics across the entire world. For a lot of reasons. Efficiency being one of them, but there's a practical limit to that sort of thing. Why do we care what's happening to the thing that is so far away? There's nothing that it could possibly interact with. Oh, come on now. Merge my coins. Why are you being so finicky? There we go. But also, obviously, you know, FPS is another big one. That's why Oxygen Not Included struggles as much as it does. Hey Bartleby, how you doing, mate? Always awesome to see you in chat. Right, so let's go ahead and get myself the spanner thrower, and then we're done. I'm actually kind of shocked. As much as I kind of had a plan in terms of... I do that every time. A plan for setting up the system. I didn't think we were going to make it so that it was automatically repairing itself. Like, I'm kind of surprised that we managed to automate that section of it. Yeah, that's one of the things I think hurts the game, says West Dude. It has such a small game loop. It's just a lot of time waiting once you hit the Cloutium stage. Yeah, I mean, they are adding farming, from what I understand, in the next update. I'm not sure how much that will be incorporated into the game in a you need to do it versus you can do it if you're bored. Just. You know what, my good man? You may keep this. Where do I put a tip? I will leave the tip right here. There you go. Thank you very much for your stellar service. Once again, I get into my car without making sure that everything is properly bolted down, strapped in, etc., or at the very least, touching the car. Off we go. Starting to get the knack of that trip so well that I'm actually reading chat and I'm just turning left and right after enough time. I'm not actually paying attention to how I'm driving. Bad Aavak is bad. Fuck you. Oh, I haven't brought my mallet back from the other side. Oops. But yeah, I saw people mentioning stuff about automating fishing. I was like, how on earth are you going to automate that? But I guess the magnet you're mentioning would... I suppose if it has enough of a range. But would you be able to automate it in such a way that it deposits it in any kind of convenient way for you to transport them? Or is it literally just a case of pulling the fish out of the trap so the trap can catch more fish? Magnet them onto a conveyor. That makes perfect sense. Yep. No, that absolutely makes sense. Clever girl. The mighty fish magnet. Let's rotate this around. Donk. Oh, balls. I put the mallet over there, even though I'm going to need it over here. Why? Why am I like this? Get all of these in place. Ah. There's one thing I forgot, Jan. One very crucial, important thing. Super crucial. Massively important. We'll go and see if... oh yeah, that's right. I swear, if this was a drinking game, half of chat would be dead the amount of times that I've jumped into the car, and instead of dropping the thing in the truck, I've got into the car, leaving that thing just kind of floating there, wondering what to do with itself. Gonna cannonball into a dream realm. Night dabblings, sweet orange bunny, Aavak, have fun panning for Space Jam. Take care, Bartleby. You have a good sleep, buddy. Also, because I'm awful, Spring Critter, thank you ever so much for the 48 months, and Voyadrem, thank you very much for the 12 months, a full year, my lord. Full year and a full 4. My goodness. Alright, let's see if gold has recovered. Gold has recovered. Hooray! Not amazingly, but, you know, it's there. I return. At work. What did I miss in the past hour, Aavak? We have set up automatic repairing. That is what you've missed. And we are now repairing the machines instead of the water filters because there are less machines versus the water filters. Apparently there doesn't seem to be much of a difference in the speed of decay between a machine getting damaged by unfiltered water. Oh my god. Unfiltered water or a water filter getting damaged by it. So since you need 5 water filters in order to prevent a machine from taking damage, it makes sense that until you've got 5 machines, that the water filters are going to just use up more spanners for no particular gain. So I'm looking through the descriptions on how the various logic items work, and I believe that it is possible to set up a proper set reset latch. No idea why I'd want doing this, but it's nice that I could. You might want to create a crafting hysteresis. Again, I'm not really sure why you would, but that's about the only place that I could think you might want to do it. The only place that you'd be able to do that would be the gem compressor, I guess. Though, item destroyer as well. There are a couple of other things I guess you could do. Not really sure. Definitely a tricksy one. How many's left in this one? Only 4. That's fine though. Have a look at you. 3. Okay, so it's gonna. Both of them are about to break. Right. Perfect. That is actually amazing. Alright, super duper happy with this. Let's go and grab... well, we could get 2, I suppose. In time. We don't have the means to do it just yet, but I suppose I could go and sell the fish. Well, there's an AND gate, and you can make any other gate. Yeah, I wonder what the farming system is going to be like in this game. And what degree that it's going to be integrated into it. Because fishing just seems like a... Honestly, it seems like a very nice little passive income early on in the game. And for times like right now when I'm just being lazy. But it doesn't really seem necessary in any meaningful way. That might not be the case, you know, there might be something that I need to craft or some way that I need to have fish to achieve something. But so far as I've seen, that's not been the case. Farming might be similar, just something for you to do if you've run out of other things to do. Maybe they'll add survival aspects later. It's certainly a possibility. I'm not sure if that would actually work well with this game, though, if I'm honest. That is as a massive fan of survival crafters. Massive fan of survival crafters. I just don't know if that would be a really good move. Hey, gentleman gamer. How you doing, mate? 8. Yeah, once we've got the filters and we've switched over to using those, that's the only thing we're ever going to need to be repairing. Just more filters. So far, things are looking good, though. Again, once we've got a second drill, we are literally going to double the rate at which we produce items.